What y'all? It's Wine and Dine Wednesday. Happy holidays. This is holiday edition. It's Wine and Dine Wednesday. Happy holidays. Sending love and blessings to everyone. So we're gonna jump right in. I tried to be on time. It's 7:07. We active today. We early. I hope everybody is happy and have a joyous spirit because it's the holidays. Everybody don't have somebody and everybody needs somebody, and that's why we're here. So today's topic is New Year, New Mindset. As we end 2023 and we welcome 2024, I want you guys to think about the shift in your life, the shift in your business, have a clear mindset of what your goals are going to be coming 2024. It's literally 4 days left. Like, Mm, yeah, see now, scratching myself up. 4 days left in this year of 2023. So, we can't say, oh, 2023 is going to be a year for you because that year is over. If you made it, congratulations. Pat yourself on the back. If you did some small things, some big things, anything that put a smile on your face to you feel like it was a part of your growth or anything. If you did anything that you woke up today, pat yourself on the back, congratulate yourself. If you didn't accomplish your goals for 2023, it's okay. Life is not over. You woke up this morning, you still breathing. Think about next year. Think about what you have in store for next year. Think about what your plans is, what your goals is, and it all starts with your mindset. So that's why today's topic is mindset and New Year's. Hello, it's the mental shift, mindset and motivation. Keep an open mind. A lot of people go into the world with a closed mind, and they have this strict regulations and stimulations of what they want and what they'll do. And it's good to know your boundaries. It's good to have, know what you would accept and what you won't accept. But in that same breath, you have to have an open mind. You have to be teachable. You have to be willing to grow, willing to change, willing to close old doors to open, to allow new ones to open. You know what I'm saying? One door closes, another door will open. It's true. It's a fact. And we struggle in business. You on my live, bro. Yeah, you. That's my son, my big baby. He always come to Wine and Dine Wednesday because we here. You don't have no shirt on. You standing there. What you want? Get what you. Yeah, get what you getting and go. Oh yeah, right here on the floor. I don't know. Might be in your room somewhere. Sorry. Babies take stuff and go. Excuse me. If you're watching, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can get all updates, all new videos that's posted. But it's about having an open mind. You have to be willing to grow, willing to change, willing to be teachable, able to teach. Even if you're not able to teach, you still have to have an open mind. Like, older people, they don't have that open mind. They're set in their ways of this is how it was, this is how it's supposed to be, and they don't leave no room for change. They deal with a lot of the same traumas, a lot of the same stressors because they're not open minded, because they're not willing to change a little bit or be acceptable to change. So, one thing I say coming into 2024 is I want you to have an open mind. Be open about your life, your love life, your self love. Be open about your business. Be open about your goals. Be what's the word? Learn how to take criticism. Don't take every criticism as, oh, they don't like me or they don't accept me or they don't want me to do what I'm trying to do, because it's not always that. You have to take constructive criticism, know how to apply what applies, and disregard what don't take everything to heart. I'm a person where I take everything very personal. I had to shift my mindset to get out of that space because that's not something that I want to do. It's not always about me. Like, everything is not about me. And you could be telling me your story and I'll think about how I feel or how that would have affected me. Or I could see something in the street and I'd be like, yo, I could never be in that situation, or I wouldn't want to be in that situation. And, I had to learn to separate myself from what I see or what I think, or making it always about me, and just being acceptance to new information, acceptance to change, acceptance to life is a mental thing. That's my man in the back. Everybody's in Wine Dine Wednesday today. I guess it's the last day of the year, so it doesn't really matter. But Your wine is on Wednesday. Can you get out of my wine is on Wednesday because we looking at you. But be open to new things. You know, you want to come into 2024 with a clear mind, an open mind. And, you know, it's all about the mental. You know, you don't want to be too stressed. Don't be depressed. You know, for the people who don't have somebody on this day, you know, I apologize. But, you know, you have to just be happy. You know, be happy that you're alive. Be happy that you're able. You're still able. And for the people who are not able, you know, again, I apologize because that's hard, you know, but mentally, I know people. Let me not say mentally. Physically, I know people who are unable, who are sickly with life-threatening diseases, and they still have the most joy. Sometimes I feel like they may have some more joy than I have joy, and I be wondering, like, you know, how you're going through so much, or how is this such a hard time for you, but you're still happy, like because it's the mindset, it's the mental shift. You have to want positive in your life, like 2024, no negativity. That's it. There's no room for negativeness. If you talking down, if you talking about somebody, if you're not doing nothing with yourself, that's all negative to me. If you're talking negative, if you want to fight all day and you want to blow guns and do all the other dramatic stuff, listen, there's no time for it. Positive vibes, positive action steps, planning, execution. That's all I want to see 2024. That's all that's on my mind. That's all that's in my body. You know, I feel 2024 being a great year for me. As you know, 2023, I've been through a lot of transition. You know, I was dealing with being a baby. I was dealing with being unemployed. You know, I was dealing with being employed, self-employed, and, you know, business not going well. I'm in transportation. So, you know, this year for transportation was really hard for everybody on every level, from the brokers to the carriers and to the shippers. You know, it's been a time we had in 2023. So the mental shift for me is taking time for you, loving you. Wine Dine Wednesday is about self love. It's about knowing how to love yourself, knowing what you want for yourself, knowing your boundaries, knowing your goals and your mission and your vision, you know, putting it down on paper and actually making it happen. You know, you could say all day, I had a dream and I want this and I want that. But if you're not doing nothing to make it happen, you know, shout out to Hamza, because I'm gonna use his line, is small steps to the bigger goal. You know, I can't tell you where he got that from, and it's not about him. It's about the small steps to the bigger goal. You don't have to make big accomplishments to feel like, yeah, I'm there, I did it. No, it's the small accomplishments sometimes. It's just waking up. It's just being happy for the day. It's just being joyed with yourself. I know for a fact, and it is my testimony that I am happy and I found me from loving myself. It wasn't nothing nobody else did for me. There's no amount of money that could really put me in that place. You could give me $1 million right now and I spend it, I blow it, I do whatever with it. That's not going to make me happy. It's doing what I love. It's being who I am. It's knowing what I want out of life. It's knowing that I love myself and, you know, I am here for a reason. I have a purpose, and that's all in my mind. It's all what I tell myself every day. It's all about what I believe. It's the mental shift. You have to know how to shift yourself from the trauma and the hurt and the procrastination and the dysfunctionalness to positivity, action, you know, being motivated, motivating others. You know, Eminem is mindset and motivation. You know, I set out on a goal. Every Monday, I'm going to post something about mindset and motivation. Eminem is Monday, motivation and mindset. Mindset and motivation. You know, you have to have that mindset to stay motivated. You have to have that mindset to get up every day, to want to do something, to actually initiate doing anything, to get things done. You have to have the mindset, I could do this. You have to believe. If you don't believe in you, how can you expect anybody else to believe in you? If you don't believe in your purpose, if you don't believe in your business, if you don't believe in what you're doing and how your life is going, how can you expect anybody else to believe your content or your what you're posting or what you're saying or what advice you're giving is worth anything? Like, it's all in the mind. It's about you and what you believe and how you feel. It's not what nobody else is saying. Nobody could judge you but God. You know, judgment is something that's thrown around real loosely in the world, and I feel like there's no room for judgment, because you could judge me, but you don't know my struggle, you don't know where I've been, you don't know where I came from, and I'm not judging you because I don't know your struggle, I don't know where you've been or what you're going through. People smile every day and they be living the worst life. They be hurt and in pain, they be going through things that can't be explained, and then people be sad, and you know you don't know what put them there, you don't know what got them there, you don't know what really is going on with them. Some people is just sad because they're hungry. Some people is just sad because they couldn't get the $50 million bag that they wanted, or the $2,000 bag that they wanted. So you can't compare to me and you can't judge me because you don't know my story, you don't know what I've been through, and you don't know where I'm going. You don't know the lessons that I've learned, and you can't you can't judge. Just don't judge. God will judge you. If you are a religious person and you live by God and by the word, you know, your faith is going to take you where you need to go. Period. That's what I believe. That's on me. Again, I don't try to get into religion in here, but it's definitely a mindset. Even for the people who don't believe in God, who don't believe in Jesus and religion and stuff like that, I know a lot of people I've came across, a lot of atheists that are like, what are you talking about? What God and this, that, and the third? But they believe in something. So, I would definitely not tell anybody to be idealistic on anything because it's in the spirit, it's in the body, it's in the mind. Like, it's literally in your mind. What you believe, what you do, how you feel is all here. It's nothing nobody could do. It's everything that you see in the world is influence. You could be influenced by people, you could be influenced by things, you could be influenced by environment. Influence plays a big part. And when you're influenced by things, that's when temptation comes. And you be tempted to do things you don't want to do. You be tempted to do things you're not allowed to do. And it could make you and break you. But you have to know where you stand. You have to know what you're capable of. I could say this year, 2023, I definitely wanted things that I couldn't afford and I shouldn't have done. But when I did do them, it was like a mental check-in for me. Like, I had time to relax myself. I had time to think about me, my goals, where I'm going, what I'm doing, what is my real purpose. And I almost gave up on Wine Dine Wednesday. And I did because the support, it doesn't come. People don't support you when you're looking for it, and people don't support you the way you think they support is supposed to look like. Sometimes you think, oh yeah, come support me. It's not always a purchase. I would love for you to purchase some t-shirts, just to talk about that. If you know about my website is liuexchange.us. You can go on there and you can purchase you some Wine and Dine Wednesday merch. You can get a Wine and Dine Wednesday t-shirt. Everybody who purchases a Wine and Dine Wednesday t-shirt, um it comes with a little extra incentive. We're donating wellness bags to women and homeless people that are in need. So for every purchase of a Wine and Down Wednesday shirt, there's going to be a wellness pack donated to somebody in need. So, I appreciate everyone who would tap into that. There's journals for people who is starting out on this self-love journey, because journaling is a big part of it. Writing down how you feel, understanding how you feel, writing down things you can't say out loud or you don't want to say out loud, even if you write it down and throw it in the garbage, or if you write it down and just put it away so you can always look back at it. Like, I remember when I was there, I remember how I healed, how I overcame that certain situation. Journaling is a mental release. Like, you have to let it out. When you keep things bottled up and inside, is only a ticking time bomb before it's a matter of time that it explodes. And it's like, well, why is she so rowdy? Or why is she so angry? And why she got a frown on her face? And, that comes a lot from keeping your feelings bottled in. For your mental being overcrowded with feelings and emotions and comments and life, because life be life. 2023, life is life, and I tell you that. So sometimes you need that mental relief, and when you put it down on paper, it goes better. Even as far as growth and business, journaling helps. Writing down what you want, when you see it, you say it, you believe it, it happens. So when you write down your business plan, when you write down your goals, when you write down the action steps you want, it takes, it just helps you build to be in that better place. It helps you be in a better space. It's good for you. We have a mug on there. You know, I do my tea, talks with tea, sipping tea. Shout out to my Overly team. You know, we sell the tea and we have the coffee. It doesn't always have to be tea, whatever your preferred drink is. It don't even have to. It don't have to be tea or coffee. It could be some wine. No, we not getting no wine today. We chilling. We talking. We popping bottles for the new year. I'm not even a drinker if you know me. Y'all should know if you following me, you whining and dining with me. I don't even drink like that, but some people need that wine. Some people that is their mental release. Some people they go through a long day of work or they go through a long day of stress or they go through a long day of mothering and they wine might be what helps them woosah, what helps them get back to that clear mind and mentality. That's okay. We're not dining today because y'all know I be in the kitchen. I'm actually late to be cooking, y'all. I always be late cooking for Wine Dine Wednesday. I'm trying to get it together. You know, one of my 2024 goals is to be more on time, to be more proactive, to have things done in advance so that I'm not doing it last minute. I'm loving the way these slides is flowing today. It's really a lot more convenient for me. And I'm excited because there's so much to come. Like, and mentally, I'm ready for it. Like, mentally, I'm there. Like, I'm happy. I'm excited. I know God is going to give me what's for me, and that's all that matters. So, this says success doesn't find you, you have to go out and get it. And this is a shout out to the people who have goals and dreams and they're actually writing it down. Stop dreaming. Get out here and do what you have to do. Start the business, start the job, whatever it is you want to do with you, for you. Go back to school. You know, start loving yourself. You can't be successful of having self-love and happiness if you don't start trying to find out how to do that. What do you like? What are your hobbies? Where are you trying to go in life? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? There's a 2 year goal, there's a 5 year goal, there's a 10 year goal, and there's a 6 month goal. Shoot, I got 6 months, 9 months. Sometimes I don't reach those goals and I got to replan. I got to restructure. You know, one thing I'm not going to do is give up because it's not going to just come to me. You can't just sit down. You can't just sit down and think that it's going to happen because it doesn't happen that way. You have to be active. You have to be proactive. You have to take action. You have to do it. Do it for you. Do it for your kids. Do it for your moms. Don't do it for nobody else. Do it for God. You know, self-love is everything. I did this for self-love because I lost myself. And it's a lot of people who lose themselves in business. It's a lot of people who lose themselves in relationships. It's a lot of people who lose themselves and lose their time just trying to stay into something, trying to stay busy so that their mind is not focused on the things that's pulling them down, making them sad, making them depressed. And I'm all for staying busy because you have to do the work in order to receive the blessing. You have to do the work in order to see a change. You have to do the work in order to get anywhere. In order to go to the bathroom, you got to get up. You got to go to the bathroom. In order to eat, you got to get up. You got to cook. You got to go to the store and buy it if you're not able to cook. You have to do something. So in order to see a change in your life, you have to get up and do it. In order to see success, you have to go out and do it. You have to get to it. Do the job, do the research, do the networking, build those relationships. Like, it's not going to just come to you. And don't take a no as your final answer because you could get a million no's before you get one yes. Sometimes you get a yes the first time and it's really a no. It's not the. It's not. Say hi. Say go out and get it. Say I love you. My baby, y'all. He be out here bossing with me. But you know, that's why I do what I do. I take action because it's people watching me. It's people watching me. My kids is watching me. You know, there's a lot going on to where I have to think about what I'm doing and how it's affecting people around me. And sitting down in depression, sitting down in bad situations, accepting things that I don't want and I don't like, it doesn't help the situation. They're not looking for me. People who's happy, people who got what they need, people who's where I want to be. They already there. They not coming back and looking for me. They not checking for me. I gotta add value to them. I gotta go out there and show them what I could do. You know, nobody's not gonna give me the business. I have to go out here and get it. I have to make it happen for myself. So Thank you very much. Partnership. I didn't look for him. God blessed me with him because I was consistent in finding me, finding my happiness, finding my boundaries, finding what I know I wanted and what I knew I was going to accept and what I wasn't going to accept, and accepting what I needed from a man that was willing to give it to me. Because there's a lot of men willing to give you a lot of things that is not what you need. It might be what you want. It might be temporary. And I want longevity. Nothing is perfect. So don't get it twisted. Nothing is perfect. Me and him have a kid, and thank God he collected his kid because he be on my head sometimes. Like I said, life be life. But I'm still a single mother because I have another kid, and I'm glad that that man was able to step in and father to both of my sons. He doesn't just choose one. But at the end of the day, there's certain things that my son is older. My other son is 13. It's but so much he could really say and do when you're dealing with an older kid who already has their mindset, who was already set in ways, who already knows like you're not my dad. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And it could be a lot of stress. It could bring a lot of depression. It could cause a lot of conflict. But it's just about the positivity, being positive, having that support. This is about support. This is about empowerment. This is about strength. This is for women, so I don't want to make it about men, but I'm a believer in Christ. I'm a believer in the word, and I'm a believer that men are supposed to lead. Some people don't have a man, and some people need to get away from that man that they think is leading them, because they leading them into sabotage. They leading them into the wrong things. They leading them into what they want, and you can't find what you want. You have to know what you want. I like this post. Shout out to Canva, because it says use your voice. Together we rise. Do your part. We just talked about that. It's not going to come to you. You have to get out and get it. Success, whatever that is for you, whether you're successfully waking up every day, whether you're successfully being positive every day, whether you have a successful business, whatever that is for you, whatever that means to you, you have to do your part in it. I am here doing my part. This is why I'm doing Wine Dine Wednesday. This is me coming to support other women. This is me empowering other women. This is me using my strength to use my voice. This is me using my voice to stand for what I believe and speak it and share it and motivate somebody, uplift somebody. I know there's somebody out here right now who needs to hear this, and they might not want to hear it. And there's somebody out there that's dealing with the abuse and they're in denial. There's somebody out there that's dealing with the frustrations of life and mothering and working a 9 to 5 or working entrepreneurship, and it gets hard. It gets heavy. Everybody needs somebody. You can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. And as much as independent women we are, I stand independent. I'm an independent woman. I like to do things for myself, get my own money, live my own life without being told what to do by who and how to do it. Yeah. But all that independent, it only goes but so far. You can only get but so far by yourself. Sometimes you need somebody to hold the door. Sometimes you need somebody to pick you up. Sometimes you need somebody just to talk to. Even if that's God for you, you're never alone. Like, I don't want you to feel alone. I don't want you to be alone. And this is why I do this. I'm doing this for me. This is my accountability. This is me showing up for me. It's the last week in 2023. So when I do come out in 2024, I'm coming out strong with my head high, with positive vibes only. And it's only up. It's going to be continuous. Like, it's never the end. It's always going to keep going. And even when I can't do it, hopefully somebody can step in my place and do it, because we need this. We need that support. We need that community. I'm building a community for me as well as you, other women who are in need, who needs that conversation, or just to know that it's going to be okay, just to know that you are not alone, just to know that you don't have to tolerate the things of the world that people say you should tolerate, or the fake love. A lot of people live on love. Oh, I'm so in love. I didn't want to get into the negativity of domestic violence and the situationship that it causes. But a lot of people be stuck in situationship thinking that that's the love they need, and they happy accepting things that they know they can't accept, being forced to change in ways that they don't want to be. And I cannot live like that. I would rather be alone, which I'm never alone because I know God is always on my side, but I would rather be alone physically than be in a bad situation, than be in an abusive situation, than let somebody down talk me. Mental abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse. Abuse is abuse. I don't care how you doing it, and I will not accept it from nobody, and I stand on that. You should too. I love me. Self-love is the biggest thing in life. It's the biggest thing to happiness, is the biggest thing to growth, is the biggest thing to success. You have to love yourself. When you love yourself, everything you need is going to come to you. All the people you need, they're going to be around you. All the support you need is going to be supported without you having to ask. But if you're not loving yourself and you're worried about how the next person feels and what they need and what they're doing and how that's going for them, then you're not going to make it nowhere. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. You're not going to make it far. You have to love yourself. You have to be happy with you. You have to know your boundaries. You have to know what you will accept and what you won't accept, because that is the biggest thing for me. That's the biggest thing for me. That is the biggest thing for me. So, on another note, we're gonna move on to this, where it says, I forgive myself for moving in any type of way that didn't reflect how I value myself. Self-love is your value. When you love yourself, you start to see your worth. You start to see your value. Even in business, people don't want to just talk to you because you say you're doing good business, because it looks like you doing good business. You have to add your value. Add value to the table. Add value to the room. Add value to the phone. Add value. Add value to the Zoom. I I'm adding value. I know where I came from, and I'm glad that I'm healed, and I'm not all the way healed because I'm very easily triggered. I still have a lot of trauma and new traumas that arise that I didn't even know was trauma that I'm dealing with. But, I forgive myself for beating myself down, for staying in a lot of those bad situations, for not seeing how those situations was really pulling away from me more than they was pouring into me. Like, I need something that's going to pour into me. I need someone who's going to pour into me. I need to pour into myself. Like, it's about me. It's about me. And I'm sorry if that's selfish, and I don't want to be selfish, because there's a lot of selfish people in this world. And that be the problem, that people is selfish and they don't care about how what they do or what they say affects the next person. That's the problem. But at the same time, being selfish is the biggest gift that you could have, because when you're too nice, I'm a too nice person. When you're too nice, they take advantage. They walk all over you, and they don't give you the respect that you deserve. They don't. You have to know your worth, know your value. And the more you love yourself, you're going to know it's not worth it being in those bad situations. It's not worth it being mentally and physically abused because they think they better, or because their ego is mad that you want to go out and you cute, or you came home late, or all the other dumb shit niggas be mad about for no fucking reason. Like, oh, excuse my language. It just about to send me down a rampage of know your worth, girl. You are beautiful. You are strong. You are worthy. And you don't need nobody but you. And even when you need somebody, just know it's a give and take thing. It's not, I'm just taking, 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 taking. I don't want to be a taker. I want to be a giver. And sometimes I even can't give in situations where I want to. But I know I want to add value, and I know how I can add value, because the same way I want to take, I want to be able to give right back onto you, whether it's financially, whether it's mentally. It has to be a growing situation. If I'm not going to grow in it, I can't see no happiness. If it's not putting nothing in my pockets, then it's really not worth it. A lot of people do this thing called love, and they think they loving somebody, or they think they found the love of their life, and they be real miserable. They be settling. Don't never settle. You know, love yourself. Know yourself enough to know when it's something that you can't tolerate, something you don't want to tolerate. Know your value. Like, what is your level of value? What does that really mean to you? Like, these are things that I feel like you have to think about as you end 2023 and you walk into 2024 with your head held high, with your goals written down. Because I know my worth, honey. My worth is priceless. And sometimes in business, you got to put a price on it, because you want them to pay for your time. You want them to pay for your value. You want them to pay for your knowledge. Don't keep giving it away free. I did a lot of free things this year, and I'm gonna do some more free things next year. But all that free stuff, I don't have time for free because time is money, and I can't waste my time pouring so much into this. I'm already doing Wine and Dine Wednesdays. I'm so happy for Wine and Dine Wednesday because I wish I had this. I wish I had the support. I wish I had the community. It was nobody telling me I had to forgive myself in order to find happiness because I was beating myself up for things I did 10, 20 years ago. Sometimes I still be beating myself up for things that I wanted to say, things I wanted to do, ways I wanted to react to people, to relationships, and it ain't worth it. If it's not going to build me and make me stronger, then why is it even on my mind? Like learning the mental shift, how to clear that stuff out, learning to change, learning to forgive. You have to forgive for you. You forgive you for the decisions that you made and the moves that you made that may not have aligned with your final goal, but you also have to forgive others. And you don't forgive them because you need to forgive them and you want them to accept you or accept your apology. You forgive them because you have to forgive them in order to grow. If I can't forgive you and I'm always holding on to this thing that you did to hurt me or this thing that you did to make me feel some type of way, how can I reach the next level? I have to know how to forgive. You forgive, but you don't forget. Because when you forget, that's when you keep going back into the same cycles of unhappiness, of misery, of depression, of sadness, of domestic violence, of violence at all. You have to forgive. You have to not forget so I don't want to do that again. I know I don't like that, so if I see that, it's a red flag. I don't want it. Red flags is key. Once you start knowing what you like and what you don't like, that's a red flag. I'm not with it. That's a red flag. Nice knowing you. You got to go. No problem. It is what it is, and that's where the selfishness comes into play because as that nice, kind hearted person, oh no, I don't want you to do that. I'm sorry. I don't want you to feel that way. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you want to do. That's a red flag for me. I gotta go. I'm out the door. I'm on to something different. Like it has to be pouring into me, helping me grow, or I don't need it at all. Anybody who's abusing you, they not pouring into you. How? Anybody who's mentally abusing you, physically abusing you, anybody who's telling you to change when you're not ready. You cannot make nobody change. You cannot make nobody leave, and you cannot make nobody stay. It don't matter what you do, what you cook. Sorry to even bring that up, but look at the whole Cardi B thing. They thrashing her. Oh, she did everything for that man. Sexy, cooking, cleaning, changed her whole life, and he still cheated. Like people's gonna do what they want to do is the moral of the story. So if the person you're with or in whatever situation where you might find the abuse, because this is about domestic violence and healing and mindset, and whatever situation that you feel like if you keep going through that same situation and you can't see, they don't see your worth and your value, then what is the point? What is the point? Like, yeah, I feel like people's gonna do what they want to do. So you just have to know what your boundaries is. And like I was saying, if they're gonna accept you, they're gonna accept you for you. They're not gonna make you change, make you be a certain type of way. That's how things feel. That's how you end up unhappy. That's how you end up in the depression. That's how you end up in the situationships. That's settling. Don't settle. Don't settle. A lot of people settle because they taking care of you, because they paying all the bills. A lot of people settle because, even though I wasn't happy and I couldn't accept what they were doing, it's better than what's going on right now. Fight the struggle. Don't give up. Like it gets hard and it gets harder and harder before you see it get easier. Before you actually find the joy in it, it gets hard and it's really, really hard. And there's nobody there to say it's going to be okay. There's nobody there picking you up. There's nobody there patting you on your back when you are accomplishing those little goals. It's nobody there when life is life. And 90% of people, and these statistics is numbers that I'm throwing out of my head, but I'm almost guaranteed 90% of people have nobody that's really coming to save them. There's nobody there coming to save you. There's nobody helping you with your bills. There's nobody helping you make sure you got food on your table. There's nobody helping you make sure you're happy every day. There's nobody helping you make sure you have what you need. As parents, we're obligated to do it for our kids. But as a parent, sometimes I don't know where my kid's next meal or his next shoe or his next clothes is coming from. It's hard. It's still hard. And it's something that you have to mentally allow yourself to deal with the hard and still get up, still keep going. Don't give up because giving up and falling into that depression and being in that mind space is not going to get you nowhere. It's going to hinder you, and we don't want that for anybody. I don't want that for you, and I don't want that for me. And that's why I'm showing up for me. I'm committing to my goals and what I want to see and what I want to do in life. And I know I'm not perfect, but I'm growing and I'm happy with who I am and where I'm going. I have my goals written down. Listen, I will show y'all my goal book, but it's a little bit too big. And I'm beating myself up because procrastination is real. There's things that I should have did months ago, and now here today I'm like, dang, I should have did it. I should have got it done. But it's okay because everything happens on God's time. I'm a firm believer of that. And I had to get myself mentally ready for what I'm going through. The mindset is the most important thing. Excuse me. The mindset is the most important thing. Is literally a mental shift, of how you forgive, what you believe, what you want, what you would deal with, what you would accept. Nobody's coming to save you. So you have to be open to new things, open to change. You have to be willing to change. I could be open to it all day, but that don't mean I'm gonna do it. That's up to you. That's the way you live. That's what you want, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. This is Wine Dine Wednesday, the holiday edition. Y'all, I tried to throw in some lights and spice it up a little bit. And we ain't having no wine today, like I said, because we going wine on New Year's. Bringing the New Year's with a nice toast to uplift and encourage. I might just bring in the New Year's at church, I don't know. But I hope this message touches somebody, and I hope you receive it with grace. I hope you know that you are worthy, you are good, and be good. Be of good, because evil karma is a bitch. Ain't no sugarcoating it, and I can't apologize for that. How you treat people definitely comes back to you. So just live right, worry about you, focus on your goals, and keep fighting for them. Don't be a dreamer. Don't just live in the dream and don't make it happen. Actually take the steps to get it done. You know, it's not going to find you. You have to find it. And in the midst of finding it, make sure you have that support. Make sure you are having that empowerment. Make sure you find the strength. And if you can't have it, I'm sorry about that, but don't let that be the thing that breaks you. Be that for somebody else because you don't have it. That should make you want to go a little bit harder or a little bit more towards what you want to see versus what you actually see. Be the strength that uplifts the room. Be the power. And so, be the power. We're going to cut it short. We're not going to keep going because I feel like I could just keep going. I'm on a rant. Like I said, I'm hungry and I'm late to cooking. So it's time for me to get to dining. I'll go ahead and post. I'm going to just fry some chicken because I still got some rice and peas and mac and cheese in here. And I'm about to bust down right with it. But I'm going to go ahead and get my food done. Make sure I take care of my family before it gets too late. We try to stay on that eating cycle 12 to 8. After 8, don't eat. I try not to eat before 12, but sometimes it don't work that way. But just be positive, be motivated, shift your mindset into new things, into growth era. We're going to have another vision party next year. We're going to have new things to come for Wine and Dine Wednesday. Invite a girl to invite a girl, whether you're in a domestic violence situation or whether you just need that support, whether you just need to wind down for Wine and Dine Wednesday, whether you just want to come and see if we're doing any meal opportunities. There was something that was introduced to me, a spiritual thing, I feel like it is, with rice, where you put the rice in a jar, one good jar and one bad jar, and you talk to the jars every day and see how they change. I want to do it. I'm going to do an actual whole video about it where you guys could do it with me, and let's grow in 2024. Let's be the change that we want to see. And if we can't be the change, let's just work towards it. So this is our last video for 2023. It's over. Bye 2023, but hello 2024. We reaching new eras, new heights. Like I said, I'm positive, I'm happy, I'm motivated. Again, when I get into these conversations, I feel like domestic violence is such a negative conversation. So, it pulls me into the negative energy or downside of things, but nothing can hold me down. How you be like, what's his name? Harlow. I don't like no whips and chains. You can't tie me down. Nobody can tie me down because I'm loving me and I'm growing and I'm moving. And this is Wine and Dine Wednesday. It's Wine and Dine Wednesday. We live each and every Wednesday. Make sure you come every third Wednesday for Entrepreneurs Week because we're talking strictly business. We helping you build a business, grow a business, start a business. Just get that support in business because sometimes, like I said, life be life and you gotta woosah. But we here and I'm not going nowhere. And that's it. I'ma holla at y'all. Thank